We're live. All right, welcome to Titans by Two. I am your co-host, Austin Nelson, with my man Brett Batchelor. Brett, it's been way too freaking long, man. What's up?
Way too long, bro. What's going on? How you been?
I'm good, man. Just sad the season's over.
Same, dude. I'm sad the Titans season's over. I'm sad the NFL season's over. But hey, you know what? It's draft season, so I'm ready for that.
It's off season. It's draft season. It's time that it's just like the time the Titans fans are normal to, that we look forward to the off season every year to get better. But now
it started a little later this year.
Yeah, and I like that. It's cool.
Yep.
So let's hop into it. I mean, the last time we spoke, we've taken a break. Brett's busy with school and golf, and been busy with work. We just have our schedules have clashed, so we've not been able to get on this as often as we should. But we're back. I promise you, we'll be giving you the best draft coverage on Twitter, podcast, articles. We'll bring it all to you. Again, follow us on Twitter if you have not yet at Armchair Tighten Up. We appreciate it. Did you like the new header? You like the new header on Twitter?
Yes, dude, that was sick. I saw us put that up there, dude. That was really sweet.
I need to have some more than that, but I thought that was a start to have.
It's cool. It got good responses on it too. So
that's all we can ask for. All right, so like the last time we talked, I can't remember when it was. I don't know if it was before the playoff game or after the playoff game or what, but it's been way too long. So let's kind of just catch everybody up, just refresh their memories what has happened. So the Titans won a crazy ass game in Kansas City.
We posted videos about that on Twitter. I don't know if we did a podcast about it though.
I don't think we did. I don't know. So we win that game, and then we go to New England, and we're up 7-0. Life's good.
Corey Davis's first touchdown catch.
I waited all season for that, and it finally came in a big time moment, and he made a huge play to do it. So what else? So we missed that game, lost that. Mike Mularkey.
That was unbelievable, dude. I woke up in the morning. One of my roommates just knocked on my door. He was like, "Hey, like, what's up? What you doing today?" And I was like, "I don't know." And he goes, "Yeah, by the way, Mike Mularkey's not your head coach anymore." And I was like, "What?" And so, of course, I had to get on the phone, get on Twitter real quick, and see what was going on.
I think what was crazier is that the report the day before was he was offered an extension, and then the next day he's fired.
I think it's the same thing as Munchak, as in, like, if you will fire some of your assistants, we'll keep you. But if you keep your same assistants, then we can't work with you.
I agree. And obviously that's what happened. He didn't want to get rid of his best friends in Robisky and LeBeau, but it is what it is. Now you have Mike Vrabel as the head coach. The Titans interview with Steve Wilks, Matt LaFleur, and Mike Vrabel. And in my opinion, Vrabel was the best candidate. There's another guy. We all wanted Josh McDaniels for that split instance, but he was nowhere we could talk to him.
Right.
So I think everybody passed on that. And then, Vrabel out of those guys was the best candidate. So I'm fine with that. Still am. I think he's going to do great things for us. Super excited for that. And then it came to the point where, all right, so we need a guy, LeBeau. I wouldn't say retired, but I guess he stepped away from the game of football. Probably he's going to retire. There's no need for him to go anywhere else.
Right.
So we had to find a new OC. And then both those came in Dean Pease and Matt LaFleur. And you did a little bit of research. I found, some stats on those guys. I'm a fan of both. I think both will fit great in our systems. But what did you find?
LaFleur did not call the plays in LA. That was Sean McVay's job. So coming here, he will get to call the plays. This is what he looks forward to. But if you're the offensive coordinator somewhere, you're going to have a huge amount of influence on the offense, of course, no matter if you call the plays or if you don't. Last year, the Rams were first in scoring offense, averaging 29.9 points per game, which we saw when they came to Nashville, and their offense just made it look easy the whole game, as they did all year long. LaFleur is something that I liked a lot. He says, look, that you have to keep the defense off balance. In his first interview, which is on TitansOnline.com, he said you have to keep the defense off balance and you have to score enough points. So I did a little bit of research on the Titans offense as well. The Titans were 23rd in total offense last year, 19th in scoring offense. The Rams were first in scoring offense. Last year, the Titans had 7 games where they scored less than 20 points. 5 of those were 15 or less. During those games, the Titans were 2-5. When the Titans scored over 20 points, they were 7-2. So bringing a guy in, an offensive coordinator that's averaging 30 points per game, to an offense that already does good when they score over 20 points, I think is a huge asset to this football team.
And it kind of speaks volumes too about everything was surrounded about Marcus Mariota and taking him to the next level. And I don't know if you had the guys that LaFleur has worked with in the past, but was it Kirk Cousins, Matt Ryan, his MVP year, Jared Goff last season. I mean, those guys that have went from average quarterbacks to some of those guys are going to get big time contracts down the road. So. Matt Ryan went to the Super Bowl and won MVP, so that's huge. That Marcus gets to now get to work with a guy like that, so it makes all Titans fans happy. So the future's bright in my opinion, and now just some simple tweaks they can fix, and that starts in the free agency offseason. So Brett and I are going to go through some guys that we think the Titans should look after. Some might be the same. We haven't even gone. We haven't talked about this at all. But 3 guys I like that I think the Titans should go after. Brett, we don't know the situation with Quentin Spain and Josh Klein next season. Both are free agents. I don't know if Q will come back, and I don't know if Spain will, or if Klein will. So a guy I like from the Panthers is Andrew Norwell. Good guard, and not to mention he played at Ohio State. And you now kind of see how the Titans are Ohio State NFL with Vrabel and Coombs, which is, by the way, my favorite hire of anybody. And I've said that on Twitter. But I like him a lot. He'll get decent money. He's not too expensive, but I think that's the guy that Titans have to look at. Another one is Ziggy Ansah from the Lions. Need the edge rusher. So I'm a big fan of him as well. Kevin Dodd, I don't know if he'll be back either. I think.
Or Daquan Jones.
You don't think Daquan will be back?
I think Daquan might be a free agent, if I saw it correctly.
But I think he would sign him.
I would agree. I just didn't know.
Let's see. I know Iraq is said to be a free agent.
Avery Williamson.
There's a lot of guys out there who might not be back.
Like I said, I do think Daquan will be back. I was just going off of all the free agent guys.
Yeah, for sure. So Ziggy Ansah for sure, and then last but not least, the guy that I always talk about on Twitter and that you kind of go back and forth about is Jerick McKinnon. That is a guy I think that the Titans should look at. Number one, they can be your first signing. Who knows if DeMarco will be back next season? But I just think it's time for Jake Carey to be the back and lead the team.
Yep.
But I think it's that kind of era in the NFL now where you see guys like Alvin Kamara and Kareem Hunt, speed backs. And Jerick McKinnon is that. He's great with his hands in the pass catching game. So I think he'd be perfect for the Titans. But if I had to throw an honorable mention out there as well, I'd say Kyle Fuller from the Bears. So those are my 3-4 guys that I like.
So your first guy you said was the very first guy on my list.
Perfect.
Very first guy, Andrew Norwell, the guard from the Panthers. I looked it up. He's only 26 years old, and he's a great run-blocking offensive lineman, which is exactly what you expect us to do, is run the ball first. Like you said, we don't know about Klein. We don't know about Spain. Klein is 28. He's a little bit older, and he was picked up off waivers for us in the first place. And he didn't play quite as good this year as he did his first year and a half with the team. But Spain is a restricted free agent, so we have the chance to keep Spain first if we would like. So that's why I think the Klein might be out the door, and we can bring in Norwell. That's just my first guess of going into the offseason. Second on my list right now, just for the time being, just because we don't know how things are going, is just possibly Malcolm Butler. Bryce McCain is out. He's probably not going to be back as his third cornerback anymore. Malcolm Butler, the way he's talked, he's going to be out of New England most likely.
He didn't even play a down in the Super Bowl.
Not a down, dude. Nobody could believe that. Nobody
snap.
So, but I think he could be. I don't know if they would put him at the 2 or the 3 guy. Obviously, I think Logan Rodman will be 1. I would expect Adoree to be 2, but I think Malcolm Butler. He's 27 now, and he's about to be 28. So he's getting a little bit older. So I think if he could come in and just be a good 3 guy, I think that's a solid 1, 2, 3 you have right there. He's from Mississippi, and he went to West Alabama, so he's already used to the South. Just bring him back here. And third on my list is I didn't have a set third one. I was trying to figure out between who is Jerick McKinnon, like you. and I put / Dion Lewis maybe because Dion is a good solid return man. I mean, I know Adoree' a return man, but Dion, if you didn't want to put Adoree' back on punts and kicks, you could throw Dion back there, and they're just both reliable, good hand catching running backs out of the backfield as well.
I like it. I'm with that. I think we kind of both see eye to eye on all these. And now they don't have to be real specific guys. I just think guys in those positions that the Titans should make. We pretty much named the best of the best of those positions. So who knows, what John Robinson sees, what Mike Vrabel sees, but in our eyes, I think those are guys that still have it and at the right price can still play. So I'm with it. Also, we're talking about the draft. It's about that time. We're looking at mock drafts and whatnot. And let's talk about it for a minute. Titans Online today, they had, different lists. They had kind of like a pile up of names that have had mock drafts on the Titans already. And it had the Titans taking 3 tight ends.
I can't believe that, dude.
But, a select few of us had the Titans taking a tight end in the 8th round. That's not going to happen.
No. No way. You got Delaney and Jonnu.
I mean, we just drafted Jonnu last season. And he did okay.
He probably did better in a bad offense.
And we just saw Delaney Walker win Pro Bowl MVP.
Exactly. 2 touchdowns in the Pro Bowl game.
Stupid.
Delaney's not slowing down right now.
No.
So there's no reason to draft a tight end.
But, to that point, though, I don't know. There's a guy that I like. He's my favorite prospect in the draft. And I've been saying that since, we're right here in South. You watch the SEC every week. Sony Michel is my favorite prospect in the draft. And a lot of it, because he's so versatile. I think people think he's the next, Kamara, that kind of back. And it's possible. And with a hole in our offense right now, a backup running back, I think he's the perfect guy for it. Now, do I think he's worthy of the pick? No. Because I don't think we need to waste a first-round pick on a running back who's not our starter.
Exactly.
I still think there's other guys out there, maybe a Harold Landry from Boston College, Rashad Evans, Juwan Payne from Alabama, both from Alabama. I don't know who it will be. I definitely like Sony Michel in round 2. If he's there round 2, snag him, think him, you're happy with him.
Go for it. Yep.
But that's my guy. That's the guy I like the Titans draft.
I think since we talked about all the free agents the Titans are going to be having, especially on defense, I like Rashaan Evans as well, and I also like Roquan Smith. I don't know if Roquan will be there at 25. Probably not. But, man, that dude is a beast. He's so big, so fast. I think Rashaan will be much more open at the 25 position to draft. If you want to get somebody like Roquan, you might have to trade up. I don't think the Titans will trade up, honestly. But with John Robinson, you never know, especially when it comes to draft day. But needing a linebacker position, especially a coverage linebacker, since the Titans have been terrible at that across the middle for so many years now, finding a guy that can cover across the middle of the field linebacker-wise and still be able to blitz, I think that's where you got to look, is the linebacker position at 25. And that's why I look at Rashaan Evans and Roquan Smith.
For sure. How many games will you be going to next season?
How many games? Hopefully all of them.
Dude, that's a good schedule the Titans have next season.
Schedule next year. You got the Patriots and the Eagles both at home.
That's huge.
It's huge.
Let's talk about the London game too, man. That's a big deal. And I know that it's technically a road game, so it doesn't count as a home game.
Exactly.
It's huge.
We got our friends, the Irish Titans are going to that game.
I saw that. Shout out to the Irish Titans. Yeah. They're a fun follow.
They're a good follow.
And if you're not following us, please do. At Armstrong Tighten Up. I think we put out some very quality stuff. We're pretty good following us, but I think I'm also excited for it. And I try to go to the Titans. I've done it the past couple of years with Pittsburgh last year. When the names were in St. Louis, I went to that. Where I go? I don't know. But I'm doing Dallas this next season for the Cowboys game.
Ooh.
So I'm pretty excited about that.
Yeah, that would be good. That would be good. I need to pick up a road game to go to. I got a couple guys in the league that I know that I could that I could contact, just see, hey, look, Titans are coming down this week, stuff like that. But I gotta find. I'm right there with you. Maybe we'll make this big. We'll both go to Dallas. We'll have our own little pregame show from Dallas.
That would be dope. We could definitely do that.
I'll be down for that. Yeah.
We'd have to get a tailgate going and whatnot, but I agree.
We'll just make in contact with 3HL and do the same thing they did in Kansas City for the playoff game.
Shout out to them as well, because
that was huge.
The Titans following in Kansas City is huge.
Unbelievable.
Awesome.
And this is gonna be in my next article that comes out that I'm working on, just getting information and stuff like that for it. But Amy Adams-Strunk was at that game, obviously, but for her to go out to the tailgate and talk to 3HL and talk to the fans and stuff like that, it's unbelievable. Because when you have an owner like that comes and just kind of shows that she's just a fan, just like everybody else, makes everybody else feel that their love for the team grows that much more.
Because you don't see guys like Robert Kraft and
Jim Irsay.
But
Jim Irsay is crazy anyways.
Arthur Blank. Yeah, no. Jim Irsay's got a nut, man.
Yeah, but still.
Amy Adams-Strunk is one of a kind. I'm tired of seeing the controlling owner.
Just call it. Just say the owner. Yeah, I agree. This is her team.
What on this? How excited are you for these new uniforms?
I'm excited, but I'm also a little nervous because
everybody is.
Because I like it, but I'm just interested to see, because I like the colors, I like the logo and stuff like that. So I don't want it to be a total change. Like, I'm down for change, but I don't want it to be 100% whirlwind, something different. Because the red's not really. A lot of people like the red. I don't know if I want that. I don't really want that to be our primary color. And we're not in Houston anymore, so I don't want the baby blues to be our primary color either. If you want to bring them back a little bit, that's fine, but we're not the Oilers anymore either. So I think you got to stick with something you have now. I'm really interested to see what they're going to look like.
I am too. I don't want it to be like you said, a total relook. And I don't think you really do, because they just spent a lot of money in the locker rooms and at St. Thomas Sports Park on new logos and stuff like that to make their locker rooms.
Yep.
Yeah. So I don't know how are they going to spend a buttload of money to do that again just for a new logo? I doubt it. Amy said it's drawn up and planned for about a year and a half now, 2 years.
Yeah, it's been out for a while.
Yeah, she's been working on this for a minute, so I'm excited. I mean, I'm like because you got to think, like, when the last big NFL remodel was the Seahawks. They had, I mean, it was a total relook for them. I don't know how much different they were. We're gonna look.
Right.
The Jags, new stuff, the Lions, the Browns, and stuff. But it's been pretty similar. They haven't done huge steps.
Exactly.
Side note, did you see the Jags getting new uniforms again?
Yes, I did see that again. Yeah. The people in Jacksonville down there are definitely feeling themselves right now for the right and wrong reasons, but a lot of it has been annoying the fans in Nashville.
I feel so bad for the fans. Jerseys year after year.
Changing their helmets. I do have a question for you, though.
Okay.
Does the logo change from the flaming thumbtack to the sword?
No.
I don't. I love the flaming thumbtack. I just feel like they might change it. I don't necessarily want them to, but I feel like they might.
We say this. We have no idea what's going to happen.
Exactly. We need to get a little bit info from our guy Nate Bain.
We have to. We got to hit up Nate. And I've tried. And he's giving us nothing.
Nothing.
I think that Navy in the Titans blue now are still the same. I think they're also silver, but there's red too. I think I'll go. I think I'll get a hot take here. I bet I'll alternate you. Looks great. The bet looks great. If it's silver, red, if it's
whatever,
baby, I don't know. But I think I have a good feeling.
I'm right there with. Do you think we see more of, so not the baby blue from the Houston era, but the baby blue that we wear now, like our color rush? Do we see more of that?
I think so.
I would agree with that. I think so as well.
I think we just see more of the Titan look that they've been, implementing the past couple of years with the new mascot on the field.
The guy that's just absolutely ripped that walks out on the field.
For sure. If he has any eligibility, I'd love to sign him to a 10-day contract. Man,
yeah, seriously, man.
He could be a great.
That dude would be scary looking in pads.
For sure. And you see people talking about that. And if you've ever seen his cape, he's got a Titans logo on the back with almost like a Roman. Symbol, pattern around his logo, and I mean, if that was it, it'd be fine. I think you'll see more of that.
That's what I was going to ask you. Like Nashville is kind of like, I mean, obviously it's not Athens, Greece, but Nashville is it's got a lot of Greek features to it. They got the
Athens to the south.
Exactly, they have the Parthenon on the other side of downtown. They have the Titans logo and stuff like that. So I would imagine if you would see more kind of Greek things put into the team.
I think so.
Yeah,
I think so. All right.
We'll find out here in a couple months.
It needs to hurry up, man.
I'm ready for it right now. The season needs to hurry up. Just training camp, something.
We'll have to get together. Have you ever come to training camp?
I have been there a long time ago, but I went to Nissan last year. Remember, I did a little bit of the thing there from the practice scrimmage at Nissan, but that wasn't necessarily training camp. So yeah, we'll have to get together and do something up there.
Live show at training camp.
Yeah, that would be sweet.
Again, follow us on Twitter at Armchair Tighten Up. Follow me at Allison. It's at Brett Bachelor. But this is Titans by 2. Y'all enjoy the rest of your week. Thanks for listening. And, as always, Titan.